what exactly should be given by way of Zakaatul Fitr? And as a second part of the question, is money allowed to be given?
As far as giving of Zakaatul Fitr is concerned, it should be given in the form of food. It can be dates, can be barley, can be wheat, can be rice, it can be raisin, it can be oats, it can be any staple food. Whatever the staple food of that country, of that city, if it's wheat, give wheat, if it's rice, give rice, if it's date, give date. And it is unanimously agreed that it should be in the form of food, and it can be preferable in the form of any grain, like wheat, rice, etc. And our beloved Prophet ﷺ said, it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 2, in the book of Zakat, hadith number 1503. Narrated Ibn Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, he said that Allah's Messenger has enjoined to give 1 sa of dates or 1 sa of barley as Zakaatul Fitr for every Muslim, slave or free, male or female, young or old, and it should be given before the Eid al-Fitr Salah. There's another hadith mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 2, in the book of Zakat, hadith number 1510, narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, that at the time of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we used to give 1 sa of food as Zakaatul Fitr. And our food used to be barley, it used to be raisins, cottage cheese, and dates. So all these things are mentioned in the hadith. It's mentioned in a Sahih hadith of Ibn Khuzaimah, hadith number 2417. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, he said, the sadaqah of Ramadan, that is Zakaatul Fitr, is 1 sa. If someone gives wheat, then it should be accepted. If someone gives date, it should be accepted. If someone gives raisin, it should be accepted. So these are the various types mentioned in the hadith. But in short, it's understood that it should be food, preferably in the form of grain. And as far as the question is concerned, that can we give something else like money, etc., it's a unanimous agreement that it should be food. You can't give anything else. You can't give money. You cannot give any clothes to the poor man or some furniture. If you want to give it as normal charity, you can give anything. But as far as Zakaatul Fitr is concerned, it should be given in the form of food. And it's clearly mentioned in the hadith. In the hadith I quoted, that it should be given before the Eid prayer. The reason is that the poor man at least has something to eat on that day. If you give him money, he may keep for some other time, etc. So it should be in the form of food, so at least his stomach is full and he doesn't have to bother about eating for that day of festival. So it's unanimous agreement that it should be given in the form of food. You can give the equivalent amount of money to a responsible person or any charitable organization who says that, okay, with this money we'll buy the amount of food and give it to the very poor man or the needy man. But finally, when it reaches the recipient, it should be in the form of food. I know that there are some people who say that you can give in the form of money to the poor man, but there's no hadith at all whatsoever. So giving your own opinion based on no hadith and no backing from Quran Sunnah, it's not allowed. And as it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, hadith number 2697, Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she said that anyone who innovates something in the deen, in the religion, it has to be rejected. And it's mentioned in Sahih Muslim, volume number 3, hadith number 4267, that the beloved Prophet ﷺ said that anyone who brings something new in the religion of Islam, it has to be rejected. So getting anything new, innovation, it is not allowed at all. Zakaatul Fitr should be given in the form of food, as mentioned in the hadith. It cannot be given in the form of money or anything else. As normal charity, it can be given, but Zakaatul Fitr should be in the form of food. Some people argue, saying that at the time of the Prophet, there was no currency, there was no paper money, that's why zakat wasn't given in the form of money, but today we can give. They fail to realize that at the time of the Prophet and at the time of Sahabas, there were dirhams, there were dinar, it was not in the form of paper currency, but there was money where people used to use in the form of dirham and dinar. So to use this argument is totally wrong. So the right thing is that it should only be given in the form of food and nothing else.